Hey guys, it's Melanie Hinds. It's your fastest Iraqi dinar summary on the net. I'm on my porch because it's a beautiful day and my husband is still in the bathing process of the puppies. If you saw my shorts I loaded. The Zoom link is already loaded for the Miracle Mastermind group members for tomorrow morning at 11. That link is loaded, please. If you can't find it, it's in the form of a short, but you should see it under your membership tab or under the shorts tab. I took 24K because I need my brain to do this. There was a lot of news articles today. We're going to cover how Iran may be related to the Iraqi dinar. We're also going to cover everybody else after I get through my summary. And I also have some later articles that came in about what's going on over there. There was an article, Iraq forces economic blow. If this shuts, Iraq faces economic blow if Iran shuts the Strait of Hormuz. What they said was, LOL, they have nothing left to shut down. Anything, and if anything shows up, it will be dealt with promptly. There was no radiation contamination detected in Iraq after the strikes. The other articles we went through that you need to know is we are looking very closely at the Forex to IQD on the handle Forex on Coinbase, and I will put that link beneath this video like I always do, as well as my 3 steps to a safe exchange if you're uncomfortable with signing a Nancy David Adam agreement that gives away your rights and allows them to take your money back anytime they want. So some of the articles I covered, I did not do any timestamps today because it's Sunday and I worked really hard yesterday, so you can look at yesterday's content. I covered the how do you go to your bank, how do you find your bank, 3 steps down below. You're going to be taking your paper currency in and getting digital US dollars for it. Much like in Iraq, they're taking in their big, large notes and getting digital dinars for it in those certain banks that are doing this. It's not publicly traded yet, so you can't compare the USD to the IQD. It's not comparable. It's interesting, if you look at handle Forex and the USD, it's like 0.00011, whereas Iraqi dinar is was it 55 or 56 this morning? Oh Lord, hold on. Let me look at the latest rate. It's 150 this morning. So that's the latest rate on handle Forex for the Iraqi dinar, digital dinar, which they're going to get digital dinars for it when they trade in their mattress money. They've already traded in 950 million as far as the last report that we could see that was official. And so before they knew we were looking at it. So Iran-backed group silent on US strikes as Iraq warned of war fallout. Guys, I covered all these articles in detail. You can go to my intel summary, start at like 35 minutes or 50 minutes, whatever, you can find it, right? I'm the only one who does detailed timestamps. I'm the only one that does the summary, so please subscribe, tap the bell. You're going to get the most complete, accurate information with truth, facts, and optimism coming right from the ground, the military on the ground there. The next article, Iraqi oil ports unaffected by regional tensions. The next one, U.S. Embassy confirms phased personal departure. Yeah, they're keeping the personnel out of the U.S. Embassy but they're keeping all the ground forces, the military there. Iraq's president rejects judicial intervention in court rulings. Evidently, there's some history there. I covered that. Some federal Supreme Court members resigned or walked away, and we've been covering that too in the detailed articles every morning. So I go live every morning at 9. Tomorrow's no exception, for free. All these things are free. 9 a.m. every morning is free. This summary is free. Please subscribe, tap the bell. Electricity announces completion of maintenance of transmission lines. Guys, they are electrically so much better than they used to be. That article proves it. I bring you truth and facts. The UN Security Council meets today to discuss the U.S. strikes on Iran. We prayed over that today. If you know the power of your prayer, you will want to subscribe and tap the bell. I did powerful prayers today for everything. I covered everything today. The next article, one of them has reached its final stages, reconstruction advanced. They're talking about all the advancements they've made. Man, they are just going forward, not even worrying about the chaos that's surrounding them. The Ministry of Environment reassures Iraqi citizens that there was no radiation as a result of the targeted strikes that we did. Agriculture, all basic crops are available locally in quantities that are abundant. I showed the picture this morning on my live stream. They are abundant in nature. They have prepared for this. They also have a lot of wheat stored that we talked about yesterday. Now they're talking about fruits and vegetables being stored. They have food security in Iraq for probably the first time in 20 years. The next article is Basra oil. There is no truth to reports that our exports have ceased in any way. They said, don't believe the lies. You got to be careful of following nasty rumors that people are targeting to take down all Iraq's progress. Iraq is on it. They are watching the media. They have warned people that if they lie about them, they will face consequences. The grain trade, receiving more than 1 million tons of wheat and continuing to just, again, food security in Iraq for the first time ever. We never think of that in America because we've had it for a long time. The next article is Kabarla Refinery announces achieving self-sufficiency in energy for the first time ever. Guys, this is such good news. Guys, if you don't think this is good news, I don't know what else is, despite being war all around them. So guys, that was my latest from the people on the ground, 5 minutes and 37 seconds. I just felt led to do this summary while my husband's bathing our second dog. I've got the third one right here. She's in downstay. Good down. She's in detailed training. A cat just walked by and she didn't run, so that was good. She set up. So she's doing good. Puppy training, 7 months old, is doing good. I also will post some shorts today about little clips if you want to see it. So now this is an Intel person we haven't heard from a while. His name is Jeff. I do all the other Intel summaries, so this is a one-stop shop. Please subscribe, tap the bell. I do the most efficient summaries on the net for the Iraqi dinar. Jeff says, I stressed we weren't going to see the rate change till Iran is dealt with. As you see, that stands true. Iraq has not revalued because they're waiting on a resolution between Iran and the U.S. Whether it's based on an unconditional ceasefire or an agreement has been reached for military action. That's what we're waiting on. The war can either go very quick or take a little while, depending on whether foreign countries get involved. So he's thinking it has to do with the U.S. I don't think myopically that the U.S. has anything to do with it. Their sanctions were over after January 15th, according to Mr. T, who's another full board colonel that contributes to my channel. So I don't necessarily believe what everybody else believes. So again, if you want the military intel, you'll be subscribing and tapping the bell. Mountain Goat says, was my usual tour. I was told that if this Iranian issue can be resolved quickly within a couple weeks, they fully intend to move ahead with the currency reform very quickly. The only solid reason holding it back now is Iran. They said, remember, Iraq needs the full support of the U.S. I don't think so. I disagree. I think the CBI has, that's why the U.S. Treasury was holding up the 8th floor of the CBI. That's why the auditors are all over Iraq. Once it's audited, they're sovereign, and they have been sovereign. Everybody said so. If you're paying attention to the detailed articles, we've shared that over time. Everybody has said, from the World Bank to the IMF to the Bank of International Settlements, everybody's called Iraq secure and stable and economically stable. The CBI warned that they were going to imminently release something that was going to change the game for them and make them economically feasible. That is the digital dinar, in my opinion, and I think all the countries are going digital. The only ones that are resistance are the ones like Iran. I'm just saying, that causes the wars. More on the Zoom tomorrow at 11. So, anyways, we move on. Frank 26. Mr. Sammy said when July hits and the salaries are paid on the cards, only the people that didn't get their accounts open in the banks like they were instructed to, only those people are for a big surprise. It's their own fault. They were warned constantly to come in, bring your mattress dinars and open the accounts that we have established for you. We think this will help push the hordes of cash Iraqi citizens in their homes. They won't get paid. Frank said, get in there, activate those accounts and get that card. If you do not, when they do raise the value, you're not going to get yours. That's Frank. Bruce, whether you think of him or not, he does have, I listen to everybody without judging them. I believe the more information you have, the better, but this is not my truth, facts, and optimism that comes out of Iraq. So this is this guy. He says, rates have not been on redemption center screens. I do not know if they are back up yet. My belief is that we'll get all new rates on Sunday evening after the Forex reopens. That would be 5 o'clock today. If anything changes, I promise you I will come live. If anything changes. My military constantly send me new intel, so I will let you know. So all you got to do is subscribe, tap the bell. I will let you know when you can go to the bank, when you can call the banks, but the time of that is not now. Do not call the banks. Do not even Google USD to Iraq. You won't see the real picture because they're going digitally. And you need to, if you need to understand how to do that, watch any of my other lives since June 8th, since I've been started talking about it. Bruce said, so on Sunday evening after the Forex opens, they might come up with the bank screens and redemption center screens before the Forex opens at 5 p.m. on Sunday. Guys, if you're waiting for an email from somebody else, that's great. But for me, all you got to do is watch the live stream. The time is now. I'm the queen of live streams. I've done so many in the last week. Ask anybody. Mark Z, we love Mark Z. He's the only one that I don't think that hasn't said anything negative about me. He said, here's one we need to watch because of the timing. We are seeing some correlation between the stable coin and the digital dinar. Thank you, Mark. With a potential rate of up to 322, but I think it will still be higher. I do too. I think by the time we see it, to turn it into US dollars, it'll be a lot higher. The dinar to the US dollar ratio. But right now, just be happy that they're giving the citizens increased purchasing power. That's what we always knew would be happening. That's the only thing that's fair. Remember, the US government did this to him. Why should the citizens get prosperity right away? Let the Iraqi citizens have their due, would you? That's my feeling. What do you think? Maybe that'll ease your tensions. It is fair that the Iraqi citizens get this first. That's what they're doing. That's the order of things. So guys, I love you all. I hope you will show me some appreciation as always down before, because I'm the hardest working person. I have over 9,600 videos and nobody's more dedicated to having you take your money and run than I am. So please consider joining us. Peace be upon you. In Jesus' name, amen. Bye.